What does it mean to you to be happy? Does happiness look like a luxurious home, getting into your top college, a brand new laptop, or getting a promotion at work? It means so many different things for so many diverse and unique people. The truth is, there is no set in stone formula to happiness. The whole purpose of life is seeking what your happiness is. And there is so much more depth to this concept than a feeling or the chemical dopamine in your brain. So, for those of you that pictured happiness as materialistic success or success in the workplace, here are the top 5 regrets of people at their deathbed. I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life that others expected of me. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I had stayed in touch with friends. I wish that I had expressed my feelings. I wish that I had let myself be happier. Even Steve Jobs, the multi-millionaire founder of Apple who reached the pinnacle of success in his lifetime, spoke at his deathbed. God gave us the senses to let us feel the love in everyone's heart, not the illusions brought about by wealth. The wealth I have won in my life, I cannot bring with me. What I can bring is only the memories precipitated by love. So these quotes contradict what many of us believe and strive for. How can we live a life we will not regret when we reach that point of our lives? The answer lies between the media and motivations. There are 2 types of motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation is doing something out of passion, fascination, and satisfaction for your own self and your own personal growth. Extrinsic motivation is unfortunately what we do a lot of our work for, to help us achieve more and be more successful, or to never imply that we are unhappy. It is not a bad thing to be ambitious and motivated, but if the goal of life is to be happy, your type of motivation matters. Social media and all types of media are the breeding ground for extrinsic motivation. We allow social media and society to shape our formula of happiness. There are certain checkpoints and goals that we must attain to be happy, and that's why we picture these certain images in our mind when we are told happiness. We are taught that happiness lies in our achievements as an incentive to work hard rather than working hard for our true passions. So, as we have seen from those speaking from their deathbed and Steve Jobs, the man who had everything extrinsically, extrinsic motivation and trying to be happy through material and achievement does not fulfill the purpose of life. Here's some perspective. An interesting concept known as the Hedonic Treadmill phenomenon was developed in 1990 by Michael Isaac, a British psychologist. What it basically means is that people have been shown to return to a kind of set point of happiness after events that they assume will have a really big impact on how they feel. So everyone has this natural set point of happiness. Major events like winning the lottery or, getting in a car accident may increase or decrease your happiness temporarily. Key word there. Because as humans, we adapt and resort to our natural happiness set point. And we get used to our circumstances. Your happiness set point is genetic and often related to how you've grown up, and this can be an advantage or a disadvantage. So saying things like, I can only be happy if I get the job. I can only be happy if I get into my top school. What happens after you get those outcomes? There's always something you want and don't have. And after all the stress and anxiety about living a certain way, you achieve it and you're just going to end up in your default happiness. People have created this trap for their own selves, and that trap is the illusion of what happiness really is. So, why does this matter to me? I always struggle to feel happy when I set extremely high goals and expectations for myself and cannot reach them. I used to see the worst in myself and criticize myself for every mistake I made, letting it define me. If I did not achieve goals that I wanted, such as getting a part in a show or getting selected to participate in a competition or getting a certain grade, I would always feel extremely disappointed, assuming that my happiness was tied up in those outcomes. But opening my eyes to the perspective of people who are symbols of success and still unhappy at their deathbed, I needed to change my formula of happiness. To me, happiness is passion, courage, connections with my loved ones. And I'm still working on all those things. So we all want to be happy. What if I told you that there was a way to change your default happiness? The power of the P's. Raise the bar for your default happiness using passion and positivity. You can lift your own default set point of happiness by creating a positive mental health environment for yourself. If you choose to make the best of your situations, no matter what stage of life you're in, you will truly be happy. When you are passionate about what you do, you develop a positivity within you, and you can lift your own default set point of happiness. It's all in the P's, people. So I'm going to ask you, what is your formula of happiness? You can't just answer this question watching this video, but you can find it by developing a positive attitude towards what you do, creating time for yourself to explore your passions, and being curious. Enrich your own experiences because that is what life is about. We are not meant to be 100% perfect. When you stop thinking about perfection and do something because you have an intrinsic motivation, you will achieve depths to the activity that you would not ever have before. Unhappiness stems from large factors, mainly comparing a societal definition of happiness with other people, constantly striving for just perfection, and having extrinsic motivations incentivized by wealth and success. And what if you don't know what your passion is? That's okay, because staying curious and engaged with the world around you, I guarantee that you will find something you deeply care about without a doubt. Help others and express gratitude. We were made to pursue our passions, and with the right type of motivation and positivity to pursue it, we can truly find happiness. Thank you.